accomplishment of mine that makes me proud. I lived an indeed fulfilling and adventurous life. I lived a life full of intense changes and risky choices. When I look back, I I realized that I was walking on glass that was slowly cracking. But if the glass cracks, what would I fall into? I wouldn't fall in nothing more than the abyss of colorful emotions. When I think about this glass, I realize that this glass that I was walking on was my mind, my rationality. Since I know about myself, I had to be rational. I had such a childhood that I had to think and be on my feet. During all of the abuse, pain, suicidality, and desperation, the rationality was the one that kept me alive. I still don't know whether my soul is so experienced from living so many lifetimes or the rational part of me saved my life. But I noticed that these rational parts that kept me safe also prevented me from so many healing and beautiful experiences. There were so many moments in my early childhood when people told me that I was too mature for my own age. And I used to think that that was indeed the reason why I struggled to keep many friends in my life. But now I realize that I was wrong. What I realized is that I always fought my heart. My heart is irrational. My heart can see through every killer, perpetrator, abuser, and every pain caused by someone I know. Of course, this doesn't mean that I'm supposed to forgive everybody, and that's not what I want to imply. But I wish I let my heart guide me more. My heart is as pure as the mother's love I never experienced. By being torn so much, it can love more. It can love even more than all of the wounds, all of the pain, and all of the suffering that it had felt. My heart knows and always knew how it feels to be completely alone and separate. It knows the hell of nothingness and emptiness and that's why it wants to choose to unconditionally understand and love. My heart always sees the goodness and lost purity in every person around it. Its tears are as crystal as the calm turquoise water, and it was always much braver than I would ever be. Even though I have many regrets of walking on the cracking glass, instead of letting myself completely fall into the abyss of emotions, what I am really proud of is the fact that I was irrational enough to at least stare directly into that abyss. The biggest accomplishment that makes me proud is the fact that I always felt enough to recognize that existing abyss. My biggest accomplishment is that I felt despite the conditions that never let me completely fall into my wounds. I felt despite the constant unsafety and survival that completely occupied my own brain. I felt despite every aspect of my life telling me that this lifetime is dead. It's a dead end, and death is the only solution. I felt, despite the powerlessness, the helplessness, and the burden I had on my breaking back, since the day I was born, nothing else matters to me. Not even college, diplomas, intellect, degrees, achieved social standards, beauty, praise, nothing. None of that helped me feel. None of that made me as happy as the fact that at least I could feel that I'm here. I could feel that I'm alive. Nothing matters to me more than the emotions that I experienced, and because of that fact, I felt I could access this truth that I am sharing with you right now. Nothing can take away the choice to feel. And my biggest accomplishment is the fact that I am the living proof of that. Thank you so much for watching.
Did you like the visit in the Wunderkammer? If you did, please like, subscribe, and share this content if you see it as helpful. Did you also notice the artworks in this video? They're not put accidentally. If you want to understand my philosophical reasons of why I put them in the video, you can become a crow on Patreon. In that tier, I'm posting the paintings and the contacts they have in the video. You can also see them like Easter eggs. But only crows can see through the messages, because they are messengers themselves. You can also become a raven. In that tier, you can ask me for answers and guidance about anything you're curious about, and you're going to receive a high quality answer. I also have playlists on Spotify under my name, Katerina Lunas, if you need something to trigger and enhance your emotional experience. Can you hear the footsteps? They're the footsteps of illusion. It's coming. But what are you going to do about it? Accept it or do something about it?